Hey guys, Snoofy here. I assume you clicked on this video because you want to know how to make modern J-pop like Yoasobi. Well, let me show you how, or at least the way I do it. Modern J-pop can be seen as a mixture of pop, electronic, rock, and sometimes even hip-hop elements to create these bouncy, upbeat, catchy tunes. Take Yoasobi's Racing Into the Night song, where if you don't know Japanese, you'd be dancing and shaking your hips because you have absolutely no idea that this song is literally about someone unaliving themselves, because that's just how groovy these J-pop beats are. So, enough of me yapping, let's get started. So, for your piano and pretty much the rest of your chord elements, you want to use this chord progression right here. This is a standard chord progression you'll hear anywhere in J-pop, along with other variations of it. If you watch my videos, you might catch that this progression also uses the anime chord progression in it, which I have a short that explains further in detail, so I'll have that link somewhere on the screen. Now the next crucial thing to do is to chop up the chords so that you can add groove to it. I also added some more chords to the progression, 2, 3, 4, 6, in order to spice it up and add some more flavor. Now, in order to achieve the traditional J-pop piano sound, all you need to do is two things. 1. Set the release time on your piano all the way down. And 2. Add OTT to your piano and turn the mix down a bit. Mine is on 6.9, hahaha. And now this should sound a lot more familiar. Now for the brass, I've done 3 things. 1 brass instrument playing the chords, 1 playing a melody, and 1 being used as a stab. Let's start with the chords. So these chords are just gonna follow the same chords as the piano, except without all the chops. We want this playing on legato, meaning all the notes are touching and filling the piano roll. Here's how it sounds. Now for the melody, we want it to be energetic and bright with groove, so I use a good amount of single notes to achieve this. Now the stab is so special and I love it so much. It just adds this dancey funk vibe to the beat. It's amazing. Now in order to make it, I use the same brass as the one for the melody, and I put the note on the 6th note of the scale, which in this case would be C since I'm using D sharp major, and then another one an octave lower. Here's how it sounds. Then I added a delay with a low mix, rendered it as an audio clip, and boom, awesome stab. Guitars are a must for J-pop. You can't go anywhere without hearing them. So for these guitars, here's what guitars I'm using and what I've done with them. First, we got steel string guitar chords. These chords follow the same chords as every other chord element, except the groove is different. They're also slightly strummed because it sounds better that way, okay? Now for the first electric guitar, I have here a beefy guitar to fill the low-mid harmonies, and it follows the same chords and groove as the previous guitar, and it's panned to the left, by 69% of course. And for the second electric guitar, same thing, except this guitar fills the higher mid harmonies and is panned to the right, by 69%. And now for the melody guitar, we have a jazzy guitar which moves up and down the scale a lot, using lots of 16th notes for fast movement. Next, I added some strings to add more emotional flair to the beat, spread out over 2 octaves so it has more dramatic impact. Now for the bass, you'll want a fingered guitar chopped up and following the root notes of the chords. You can see I've divided up the guitar into 2 sections. This one in the right is what I'll be using for the non-chorus sections of the beat, and this one on the left will be used for the chorus sections of the beat. The difference is just that the section on the left has some notes an octave higher to achieve more groove during the chorus, and we want to limit the groove in the non-chorus parts so we keep the notes there in the same octave here on the right. For the drums in modern J-pop, a standard house drum pattern will always work. The boots, that one. I think the pattern itself is called 4 on the floor drums, but yeah, that's what we'll be using here, along with some reverb claps, crashes, and shakers. J-pop beats and any beats in general would sound weird if they didn't have sweeps and effects, so of course it's imperative that you add them to complete your beats. I always use sweeps, fills, and impacts to transition into different parts of the beat, just like so. And just like that, we've made our modern J-pop beat. Hip hip hooray! Oh god, I'm never saying that again. Anyways, the arrangement of your beat is up to you, like this one is the usual arrangement I use. But if you want to be accurate, then you can always listen to Yoasobi songs and learn their arrangements. Now, enough chatter, here's the beat. Since you're all the way at the end of this video, I assume you want to listen to the full beat. You can check it out, I'll have it linked in the description. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more.